Aries, there is an intuitive message that came through very clearly before I laid down the first card. Lately, you feel like everything has been going wrong. Maybe you've received criticism or remarks, or maybe you've caught yourself coming back to the same thought over and over again. Maybe for a while you've lost the joy and enthusiasm that usually define you. The cards show exactly this moment of heaviness and stagnation, and especially what needs to be cleared so that the energy can start flowing again. Stay with me because what comes next cannot be ignored. Welcome to the reading for Aries Sun or Rising. While shuffling, the energy came with a feeling of heaviness, not a deep sadness, but rather a sluggishness and lack of motivation. Like when you feel compelled to justify yourself instead of quietly minding your own business and by extension your own life. For some natives, there are criticisms or remarks that weigh more heavily than they should. For others, it's the feeling that everything is stuck, that things are stagnating. And here comes the first important message. No matter what or how much you do, it's impossible to please everyone. Don't take every word or action to heart, especially if it's said in anger, frustration, or out of envy. But be careful, the reverse is also true. Be mindful of how you convey a message when something or someone bothers you, so you don't hurt others out of impulsiveness. And all the books without exception confirm exactly this intuitive message. Before detailing the 6 main positions, I want to mention that quite a few additional cards have come up, and they are powerful cards, many of them from the major arcana, which reinforces the message. The first card is the Tower, a tower struck by lightning, from which 2 figures are falling. The card may seem dramatic, but it is not a punishment. It is the sudden release from a structure that no longer serves, that was no longer real after all. Something that could no longer stand collapses to make way for a new beginning or for the truth. The next card, Judgment. An angel blows a trumpet and people rise awakened. It is essentially a call to rebirth, to reevaluation, to a new chapter. It confirms exactly what I felt. It is a moment of cleansing and awakening. Then we have Death, which does not refer to physical death but to the end of a cycle, to profound transformation. Something must end so that something else can begin. It goes hand in hand with the Tower and with Judgment. Basically, 3 major cards all speak about the same radical change. Then the Fool depicts a young man stepping onto a new path with a flower in his hand and a dog by his side. But he steps forward without fear. It is the new beginning, the leap into the unknown, freshness. After the Tower, Judgment, and Death, the Fool brings good news. Beyond the cleansing, a completely new path awaits you, practically many possibilities. The 2 of Wands, in which we see a man holding the globe and looking toward the horizon, is a card that represents planning, deciding on a direction, the moment when you choose where to go, where you are heading. Next comes the 3 of Wands, a card that depicts a person watching the ships that have set sail. It refers to waiting for results, expansion, the first fruits of a decision already made. Next, we have the 2 of Pentacles. A young man is juggling 2 coins connected by the symbol of infinity. It represents dynamic balance, juggling multiple responsibilities, adaptability in the midst of change. Then the 8 of Wands depicts 8 staffs flying swiftly through the air. It symbolizes speed, news arriving quickly, things that after a period of stagnation suddenly start to move. The 7 of Wands card, where we see a man defending his position on high ground with 6 staffs raised against him. It's about the courage to stand your ground, to defend yourself when you are challenged. It connects directly to the criticisms I have felt. The card tells you that you have the right to defend your ground, even though there are challenges. You are in a favorable position and have more control over the situation than you might think at this moment. The Devil. On the card there is a horned figure and two people chained at its feet, but the chains are loose and can be removed. This card speaks about an attachment, a pattern, or a habit that keeps you stuck but from which you can free yourself, as I mentioned. It can also signify a vice or an unhealthy habit that disrupts balance, manipulation, or an obsession. That is why it is important for that pattern to be identified and, as much as possible, corrected. In some situations, seeking help from a specialist, a psychologist, or a support group is encouraged because asking for help is not a shame, but a form of courage. On the Ace of Wands card, we see a hand emerging from a cloud holding a budding staff. It is the spark, the inspiration, the new energy, the desire to start something. It is exactly the enthusiasm you feel you have temporarily lost, and the card tells you that it will return. The 11 cards together tell a clear story. An old structure is collapsing. You are being called to an awakening. A cycle is ending, but a new path awaits you. You plan your direction, wait for the first results, juggle with change, adapt, and then things suddenly start to move. You defend your position when criticized, break free from a pattern that kept you stuck, and rediscover your spark. This is not a coincidence. It is the exact map of what you are experiencing right now. In the past, we have the Eight of Swords, a woman who is bound and, as we can see, has her eyes covered, surrounded by swords. But if we look closely, the bindings are loose and the way out is clear. It represents the feeling of being trapped, stuck with no options for yourself. Aries, this means that in your recent past you have felt captive in a situation or limited, maybe powerless. But the truth of the card is liberating. The blockage was more in perception than in reality. The swords were not truly closing you in. The way out was there all along, and now you are beginning to see it. You are starting to cut the ties and free yourself. The present brings the King of Pentacles, a man on a throne, surrounded by abundance, grapevines, fruits, holding a coin in his hand. It is the symbol of material stability, maturity, and mastery over things. It represents prosperity built patiently for yourself. At this moment, the King of Pentacles brings a reassuring message after the feeling of being stuck in the past. You have the resources, you have the experience, you have the ability to master the situation. It is a more solid present than you feel. You are invited to use your pragmatism and patience, qualities that as an Aries you don't always claim, but you do possess. So stability is within your reach. For the future, we have the Three of Cups, where we see three women raising their cups in a celebratory dance, surrounded by the fruits of the harvest. The card represents shared joy, friendship, celebration, community, and beautiful moments spent with others. This is the likely direction. After this heavy period, the energy shifts toward rediscovering joy, and especially the joy experienced together with others. The Three of Cups heralds a reconnection, a celebration, a reason to raise your glass. Your enthusiasm not only returns, it returns in the company of people who matter. It is exactly the opposite of the grumpy mood from the beginning. For health, we have the Hierophant, a wise figure between two pillars, holding the keys of knowledge, the symbol of tradition and guidance for your health. The Hierophant suggests a tried, traditional, trustworthy approach, not impulsive experiments. This is the time to follow the advice of a specialist, a well-established method, a balanced routine. If you have any health concerns, the message is to turn to someone with experience and authority in the field, not to rushed solutions. Wisdom and patience are your medicine here. For career, Eight of Pentacles. A craftsman works with dedication on his coins one by one, meticulously perfecting his craft. This is the card of attentive work, of learning through repetition, of quality built patiently for you in the professional area. The Eight of Pentacles asks you to focus on your craft, on the details, on doing things well step by step. This is not the time for grand or rushed gestures, but for steady work that builds expertise. If you remain dedicated and patient, your effort will be rewarded even more, bringing back the sense of meaning and satisfaction you lost in love. And here the section turns to love or relationships, because the energy can also affect family dynamics or collaborations, not just couples. The King of Swords appears a man on a throne, holding a sword in his hand, looking determined. He represents the authority of the mind, clarity, direct communication, and decisions made with logic and honesty. For you in love or relationships, the King of Swords asks for clarity and honest communication, but with an important nuance directly connected to the message from the beginning. The sword can cut straight and clean, or it can wound. The wise King of Swords communicates the truth without causing harm. So when something bothers you in the relationship, say it clearly, but not impulsively, not in anger. Use the sword of the mind for clarity, not to cut down the person in front of you. The King of Swords can also represent someone in your life, someone direct, intelligent, perhaps a bit distant. Or it could be the energy you need right now to think clearly before you act. At the bottom of the deck, the energy supporting this entire reading, two cards appeared, the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles shows a person leaning on their tool, looking at the fruits of their labor that they have cultivated, evaluating. It is a moment of pause and patience. You have worked and now you are waiting for the results to ripen. It asks you whether you have the patience to let things grow or if you are rushing too much. In some cases, this is the card that depicts a person with a good material situation, but one that is unsatisfying for them because they see greater potential and want more. The Five of Pentacles shows two poor people in the snow, passing by a church window lit from within. It is the feeling of lack, of exclusion, of hardship, but also the hidden message. Help, warmth, and support are close by, right next to you if you lift your gaze and see them. The foundation of this reading is as follows. Beneath all the stagnation lies a lesson in patience and about not letting yourself be overwhelmed by the feeling of lack. The rewards come when you are patient, and support exists even if for a moment you feel alone in the cold. Let's see next what the other sets confirm. The moon phase cards say that you are very close to reaching your goal. This message is an encouragement that you are closer than you think. Next, your commitment will be tested, so it's a test of your determination. Then, very directly, the card tells you that this situation will not lead you anywhere. It is a clear confirmation of the stagnation you have felt and an urging not to insist on a closed path. Another message. You are about to receive the answers you have been waiting for under the full moon in Gemini, and expect a major change under the new moon eclipse, the perfect echo of the Tower, Judgment, and Death cards from the extra cards. At the bottom of this deck, we have you and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. A message of deep reassurance for you, and entrust yourself to the divine with the full moon. An encouragement to trust that you are being guided even through change. We now move on to the timing cards, which revealed 8 main cards. The first is Scorpio with the number 8, which tells you heal the wounds. The number 8 represents in numerology power, balance, and karma. Healing is built actively. Next, we have Virgo with the number 6 and the message, reap the harvest. 6 means harmony, harvesting what you have sown. Next is Gemini with the number 3, and its message to you is, seek exchange, seek dialogue. The vibration of 3 from a numerological perspective represents communication and expression. And very importantly, Aries, number 1, your very own sign, tells you, use your pioneering spirit. It's no coincidence that your sign appears in this set. The number 1 is the number of new beginnings, of initiative, of the courage to be first. It is the clearest confirmation possible. Your pioneering spirit, your energy to blaze new trails is exactly what gets you out of stagnation. Next, we have the card of the moon, and the moon with the number 2, and the message is exchange ideas, seek advice. The number 2 means balance and partnership. Then, the card with the number 8 says everything is in progress. Things are moving even if you can't see it yet. We continue with the number 2, which tells you that you are making good progress now. And the Thursday card with the number 5 and the message, take a stand, follow your energy. The number 5 refers to change, freedom, and courage, a direct encouragement for Aries to follow their authentic drive. At the base, we have Taurus with the number 2, which speaks about balance and foundation and gives you the message, create a structure. And the last card, Saturday with the number 7, tells you, seek joy, stay agile. The number 7 speaks about introspection and wisdom, and the message, seek joy, directly addresses the state of lost joy at the beginning of the reading. Now, the set of stones and plants is opened by tourmaline with rosemary, which symbolizes strong protection against negativity and mental clarity. Aventurine with horsetail, which represents balance, luck, strengthening of willpower, and an agate with pepper, which speaks about emotional release, overcoming blockages, and energizing. These 3 powerful primary stones together give you exactly the qualities you require: protection, balance, and unblocking your energy. At the base of the set, we have chalk with yarrow, which helps calm anger and irritation, as well as soothe an agitated mind, and rose quartz, which fosters self-love, gentleness, and heart healing. 2 stones that tell you to tame your inner tension and be more understanding with yourself. The season cards brought to the forefront for November a figure in reddish hues in an autumn forest, holding oak leaves and guides. Here the symbolism is very beautiful for you. The oak represents strength, resilience, steadfastness. The tree that withstands all storms and all seasons without breaking, and the acorn represents the seed, the immense potential hidden in something small, the promise that something great can grow from very little. Right now, when you feel tired, unmotivated, these symbols remind you that you have within you the strength of the oak, and that this period carries, like an acorn, the seed of something new and powerful. It is a time of introspection, of leaving behind what has withered, but also of keeping the seed for what is to come. Next, we have the Guardian card, which shows a figure in dark green with a pine cone and an owl in a winter landscape. The owl represents the wisdom that keeps watch, while the pine cone is the patient seed waiting for spring. At the base of the set, we have Winter, a figure in white in a snowy landscape illuminated by the sunset. It is a time of rest, of gathering strength, of the quiet needed before renewal. And the last card is Autumn, a figure again in dark green with maple leaves gently falling. It is the wisdom of letting go, releasing what is no longer needed. Your seasons together tell a beautiful story of a slow and patient process of cleansing. you allow the old, crisp, dry leaves to fall and rest, so that you can truly be reborn into something vibrant and new. We now continue with the set of angel cards, and we have 3 main messages. Trust yourself, the foundation you need right now. Then trust in the process, in the path, in yourself, and in Archangel Metatron, the angel of transformation, of divine order, and of raising energy to a higher level. Present exactly when you are going through a major change. At the bottom of the deck, we already have You Already Know and Nature. Together they say the answer is already within you, and the way to hear it is by reconnecting with nature. Exactly what the message from the shuffling also suggested. The intuitive message about connecting with nature for discharging and recharging your energy. A special category among the natives has a unique connection with water in all its forms, rain, dew, snow, or ice, as well as with natural phenomena such as rainbows, lightning, or the aurora borealis. We now continue with the positive messages, like a chorus that confirms everything we've seen so far. I see my parents as little children who need love. I let go of all criticism. I am ready to change. All my relationships are harmonious. My life is a mirror. I am ready to set myself free. Divine wisdom guides me. I am in the process of positive change. My home is a paradise, and I am fully equipped for all situations. If I were to sum up everything these cards have said into a single thread, the conclusion would be this. You have felt burdened, criticized, blocked, without the joy or enthusiasm that usually defines you. And that is not a failure. It is a signal that something old needs to be cleared away. The Tower, Judgment, Death, and the Fool are 4 cards that together shout the same thing. A stage is ending so that a completely new one can begin. The message from Temperance is the central wisdom of this reading. You can't please everyone, so stop taking to heart words spoken in anger or out of envy. But at the same time, be careful not to hurt others through your own impulsiveness. The King of Swords tells you this directly. Communicate your truth with clarity, not with a raised sword, and everything that follows, the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Aries card at the base of the deck of time, all of them, including the messages from the angels and the affirmations, build the same bridge. From a state of deep lethargy or constant fatigue to a total reignition, from a period of stagnation to a sense of dynamic movement, and from feeling the need to justify yourself to everyone, to simply focusing on your own unique path forward. The only question left is whether you allow yourself to do the cleansing, to let what has dried up fall away so that your spark can burn again. Aries, you are made to blaze new trails. Let what has dried up fall away. Clear away what weighs you down and reclaim your right to joy and enthusiasm. You can't please everyone, but you can return to yourself, to the spark within you, and let it burn freely once again. I remind you that this reading is a general one, reflecting the collective energy of the Aries sign or ascendant, and not a personalized reading. So take only what you feel resonates with you and leave the rest. If you found this useful, I encourage you to press like and share it further, as the message might reach someone who needs to hear it. At the same time, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you stay up to date with new videos for your zodiac sign, as well as the upcoming specific messages. If you felt that you resonated, I look forward to your thoughts in the comments. What is the thing you feel you need to cleanse yourself of in order to make room for something new? That's all I had for you. May it be useful to you. Sending you kisses. Until next time.